Hey, everybody.
Everybody, welcome in.
Welcome, welcome. It is so, as always, it is so great to see you. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel. We have a special treat tonight.
We do.
Some very sweet friends are joining us. We are getting to know them in a lot of ways along with y'all. But they have we have so many YouTube friends in our community, and the AdventureLeighs. I met the AdventureLeighs last year on it was January 26th, and I remember that because it was the day that they closed Country Bears for the reefer. So anyway, that's the first time I met these sweet ladies, and so we're going to do this day in Disney history real quick, and then we will bring them on. William, would you like to would you want me to welcome everybody in chat, or would you like to do that?
I'm still getting pulled up, so
okay.
if you can give me an assist here, I'm trying to get everything pulled up on my my laptop right now.
Mandy Adams, always here. Thanks so much,
Mandy.
Jonathan. Thanks so much for being here. Always here, one of our great ghost hosts. Appreciate you so much, Jonathan. I'm putting something in the mail for you too in the next couple of days. So. Some guy sent Tina over the turkey legster. Yeah, I've heard about him. I might know that guy. So much. Yeah, who's the guy that keeps pushing the turkey legs on the street? Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's him. I Heart Disney. Hey, welcome in.
Hey, welcome in.
Being here, we appreciate you. Jillian Cowan.
See you, Julie.
Jason Thibodeau, one of our fabulous channel members. We appreciate you so much. Jason, Deborah Vantacrew, welcome in. Thanks for
welcome in
for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Yeah, I Heart Disney and Deborah Vantacrew. We appreciate y'all for
thank you
popping in chat to say hi. But yeah, there is Dean the Turkey Legster, again, one of our great ghost hosts. And thanks so much. Well, I Heart Disney. Thank you so much for the sub. We appreciate it. And here to support Heather and Emmy. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, we are too.
we are.
We're so looking forward to getting to know them. William, did you have anything just monumental that you want to say before we do this day in Disney history?
Well, I will say, and this is, I mean, we usually stick to Disney most of the time, but in terms of big park news for the day, Universal shared a teaser highlighting some of their animatronics that'll be in the Frankenstein and Monsters Unleashed ride that'll be at Epic Universe, and they look pretty awesome.
Wow.
You've got Frankenstein's monster. You've got a creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's see, Wolfman and Dracula. I think it may be the full lineup, but they give you a little bit of teaser in terms of some of the motion that they exhibit. They said that there's 14 animatronics in the ride, and so which pretty good number.
So
and I saw
universe, obviously.
I saw a rumor, and then who knows, take it for what it's worth. But I saw a rumor that somebody said there may be a 15th. They're just keeping under wraps for now.
Oh, wow. Which would not surprise.
So who knows? That was just a random person commenting. Maybe somebody has the inside track. And I got a good laugh because somebody commented and said, "Is the Oriental Land Company funding Epic Universe because these animatronics look awesome?"
Yikes!
So got a good chuckle out of that. But anyway,
little swap.
So anyway, it's pretty funny. But anyway, it was. Watch that little teaser video if you can. Looks awesome. Jillian said she's like, I don't know if this Dark Universe land's going to be for me. And I said, well, I was like, well, I frighten pretty easily, but I'm willing to brave it just to see what all they do. So anyway,
I have gotten, I've said before, guys, I cut my teeth on Stephen King novels. And but as I've gotten older and wiser, I don't, I can't, I don't do blood and gore at all. Weird, I can do. I can go with weird. I love sci-fi. I love, aliens or whatever. But I'm definitely gonna brave Dark Universe because I want to see what they've done. But let me go ahead and do this.
Yeah. Let's get moving.
So I can get to our guests. 1947, just quickly, guys. Actor Richard Dreyfuss, happy 77th birthday.
Wow.
He was the voice of Centipede in Disney's James and the Giant Peach. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, and he's been in, oh my goodness, how many movies, has he been in? He was in What About Bob, co-starring Bill Murray, Mr. Holland's Opus. Let's see, what else was he in? He was nominated for an Academy Award for his role of Mr. Holland in Mr. Holland's Opus, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, American Graffiti, and here's to you, Lisa, of It's Joey's World, Jaws girl, Jaws. we are kindred spirits on the Jaws fandom. But yeah, happy 77th to Richard Dreyfuss. Wow. 1966, Walt Disney receives an American Forestry Association Award for outstanding service in conservation and American resources, the oldest national nonprofit conservation organization in the U.S. The American Forestry Association was formed in Chicago, Illinois in 1875. That's wow. That's amazing. A couple more, 1971, a 90-minute NBC TV special, The Grand Opening of Walt Disney World. And if y'all remember, it did open October 1st of 1971, but then they didn't actually have the ceremony until later in the month. So the actual NBC TV special, it showed the park to approximately 52 million viewers in the U.S., celebrity filled. Julie Andrews, Glenn Campbell, Buddy Hackett, Jonathan Winters, Bob Hope, Jerry Reed. Oh my gosh, just star-studded, so that was really neat. NBC TV, October 29th. 1993, Tim Burton's animated The Nightmare Before Christmas debuted in U.S. theaters. So that's one. That's also one. Now, we have historically not been. I'm really. I've always been really conflicted on Nightmare Before Christmas. I want to love it, but I'm kind of like Kelly of the Mickey Bunch. It's really hard when somebody tries to kill Santa Claus. I'm not down for that. I'm just not down with that. So, anyway, guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our friends, the AdventureLeighs. We're anxious to talk to them. And hey, ladies.
Hi.
It is so good to see you this evening.
Can you drag me down, Mom? Move me to the bottom.
Yeah, I was good. There you go.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay.
There we go. It is so good to have y'all. We so appreciate y'all for coming on.
Yeah.
We met in the parks the night, and I'm sure y'all remember because I'm obviously unforgettable.
You are, and this ought to tell you a lot about how much we adore you. This is past my bedtime.
Oh, well, hey. We have several sweethearts who
do.
Angela does our dream. If she comes on late at night, she sacrifices for us. So we will try not to keep, if y'all need, we'll try not to keep y'all up. If you need to pop out,
that's okay. That's okay. When we watch, we're ninja watching, and we're like, okay, it's 20 minutes after, it's time for my bed. I'm like, I'm watching on my phone. And
right. Yeah. Well, we took that late slot because when William worked for a different company, we took that with him so that she could get the kids in bed and, get home, get the kids in bed and so I said, okay, we'll come on a little bit later. But that's the reason for that. But ladies, well, naturally it's Halloween, so I'm just obligated to, go with the Haunted Mansion, but I love the whole, y'all look so festive.
Yeah, you
do. So ready.
I love it. I love it.
It's great. It's great.
We obviously did not get the memo.
I did not. Even with the late start time, we usually are getting the boys, the whole bedtime routine sometime between 8 and 8:30, and so it's I gotta, finish off whatever else I had going on, and then hurry and hop on here. So, and also too, as we talked about in the green room, kind of in between living situations right now. So. Anyway, it's been very busy. Looking forward to getting fully moved into one location instead of being
really
spread.
Nice to get to talk to you though, because we haven't met you yet.
Yeah. Looking forward to talking to y'all too.
Yeah. Well, it was just great because we were coming out. It was January 26th. Y'all remember the night? I'm sure if you were tuned into, practically every YouTuber was in the park for when they took Country Bear Jamboree down for refurb. And I hung in there as long as I possibly could, and I finally gave it up about 10 minutes before they shut it down and handed out those really cool posters.
We did too.
Same thing. We were probably like 20 minutes before.
Same.
Yeah.
But that's how we met you. That's how we got.
That's right. That's right. Because then I was headed out of the park, and there was Pete, sitting there with Molly. And he had hopped over from Epcot, didn't know he was there. And then y'all walked up and Paul Engel. Was Paul there?
We didn't meet Paul.
I think so.
I'm trying to think. But
he might have been, and we just missed him.
Yeah.
Well, it was the first time that I had met y'all. And then you popped up in a short that I did. I couldn't believe it. It was.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yes, it was so cool. It was Grayson, our beloved cast member who plays the piano there in Casey's. And I said, "Oh my gosh, that's Emmy!" I
was watching your short, and I went, "Wait a second, that's me."
No, it was and we didn't even know each other at the time.
Yeah,
and so, but it's just been it's a pleasure, ladies, to we're getting to know y'all tonight. We've got some questions. Now, first things first. We have a tradition. Y'all know, for birthdays and celebrations, we have Mickey's Runaway Railway. We give a little victory toot for for celebrations and birthdays and what have you. And Emmy, it was your birthday last week.
Mom's birthday, actually.
Oh no, I said Emmy. Heather. It was. I was looking straight at you.
I do it all the time. And we're just
we do it with our own birthdays. Like, because mine's August 23rd and hers is October 24th. So each time we're like, which is
hey,
23rd, 24th.
I literally have house remodeling brain. We got to get women. So,
yes, I did. I turned 29 again, and number changed all the time.
She's younger than me now.
I love it, and I just turned 29. I'm gonna stay 29 in November. I have my next birthday.
Yeah. Actually, in all honesty, I'd probably pick 39 because that was way better here. A little more wisdom.
I in a lot of ways, I have to agree with you. Okay, well, and also, guys, it is my youngest son Adam's birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Adam!
Adam will turn 25 tomorrow, and Adam, we love you. Hope to get to see you at some point. I know you're busy working and what have you, but we love you and want you to have a happy birthday. So, happy birthday, Adam, and happy birthday, Heather. And I know that Mikey is probably ghosting, so loud noise warning coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go.
I love it.
Yay.
I love it.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I know you had a good one,
Thank
Heather.
you. Thank you.
Because y'all did. Did y'all do 2 live streams that day or just the one?
3.
Okay. See, I
That was-
watched 2 of them, so I'll have to go back and
That was a long day for us.
Very long. But we wanted to do 3 things, but we didn't want to keep it going in the car. So
Yeah.
we just
Nice. Nice.
yeah, there's always that debate.
That's a lot for us
Yeah.
because we don't do a lot of lives.
Yeah,
But
it
they're fun,
is.
and
Yeah.
people
It
love
is.
lives and
Yeah.
to see what's going on at the moment in the parks.
And we
which
love the
we
community,
totally get.
so it's awesome.
Yeah.
to get to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, hey Brian. Hey Brian. Have I missed anybody else in chat, y'all? If I've missed you in chat, hey Amy, AJC Magic TV is there. Jerry, Hatbox Goes came in. It is so great to see through you tonight, Jerry. Thanks for materializing.
I love it.
Yes, that's great. And I Heart Disney again. You had an amazing streaming day. Exactly. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It's just, a lot of times I have 2 older sisters, and when we're in the parks and we're live streaming, it's like we're with you. We can go along with you and be there with you in the park. So I mean, if I live stream the whole time I was there, they would love it. Just so that they could go along.
Yeah.
It is
cool.
really neat.
Mhm.
It is pretty cool. Okay, guys, your YouTube channel, AdventureLeighs.
Mhm.
Tell me about the name. Why is it called AdventureLeighs?
Well, that's actually because that's the name we share. So Heather Lee and Emmy Lee.
Nice.
I thought that. Yes, I
Yeah.
thought that might be it.
So we
And we didn't want it to be too hard. We didn't want
Yeah.
to think too hard on it.
Yeah,
There you
we want to go on our adventures, Disney mainly, but also outside of Disney. And I was just kind of playing around with names one day, and I thought AdventureLeighs. It sounds like almost like an
Like an
action
adverb,
word,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
AdventureLeighs. It's not really a word, but
That's a nice ring to it.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Although it's really long.
It is.
Well, we have to type it on.
Yeah, that's true.
Combined. When you
The Hitchhiking Ghost tends to run on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, definitely it does. Yes, I do, Tina. My two older sisters, Joy and Susan, and they're both watching. So, yeah, definitely. So that's because I wondered about that. That's probably it. You guys probably or it's family name or something. But you currently have about 1,230 subs. You've got 275 videos on your channel and 186,479 views, which is something,
Sweet.
which is not to be
It
sneezed
has
at.
grown fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really has. And when you're able to be in the park live streaming and you're able to be there and catch, the change of the seasons and, that kind of thing, it's going to grow. And y'all are good at live streaming. You're just a lot of times people will say, well, the Disney live streaming community, it's saturated. There's no room for any more Disney live streamers. And I totally disagree.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Because I watch, naturally we have so many friends that, I watch a lot of different people, but most people who are gonna watch a live streamer are gonna pick 1 or 2 of their favorites, and we all do Disney differently.
Yeah.
We all have different things that we like. There are different things that we notice. There's just so much to it that all live streamers are different, and so. Just because it's Disney doesn't at all mean that it's going to be the same. Because
that's the way we feel about the vlogs too. Because when Emmy started it, she said, "I really want to." Years ago, she said that she's like, "I really want to have a travel show I really want to have the show feel,
I grew up on those. I loved, like Samantha Brown's shows and all that.
And I was like,
yeah,
go for it, because everybody does something different.
That's
and
true.
you bring your personality and you
Exactly.
put it together how you want. And I said, you'll find your audience. And she's like, you want to do it with me? And I went, sure.
Love that.
Well,
Love
this
that.
one, yeah. I called William up and I said, "Hey, honey, you want to do a YouTube channel?" He said, "Sure, Mom, let's do it." Sure, let's do it. Why not? Let's do it.
It's been a lot of fun.
We're just where there's no way I can't be me. Like what you see is what you get. Like
that's what makes it fun, though. Is like we just bring people along on our adventures. So it's no matter if we have a camera on or not, that's us. So that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it is. And it's live. I mean, if
right. Forgive me for my dorkiness sometimes, but it's gonna come
for better or worse. It's live, yeah.
I mean, I've been in situations, especially like on Hitchhiker chat and what have you. Jonathan, exactly. Love that everyone is different, and I Heart Disney. Exactly, Dawn. Each streamer is different and brings different styles to the stream. But I know y'all have probably like tripped over your words or said something and thought, okay, I shouldn't have said that. Well, how do I take myself out of this?
Yep. I don't try anymore. I just dig it deeper.
Just keep going. I think, Dawn, you're going to have to put down the shovel. Just stop talking.
Yeah. We've all been there.
William is, William is better at live streaming than I am. I love, you're as they say in wrestling, you're good on the mic.
Thanks.
And but it's just a lot of fun, and you're making those memories. And then we love, that we have we have this record. We have this recorded record of days that we had in the park and seasons and the changing of the parks, and just it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's cool to go back and look at your own memories that way. It's like a digital scrapbook, like you pick something and relive it.
It's amazing how much we catch when we watch them again.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. I don't remember that happening, or I've gone back and watched some of our older ones and seen things in the background.
Yeah,
that you think, oh my gosh, there's it's a fun hobby.
It is.
It's a fun hobby, and it preserves our time in the parks.
Well, it's a lot of work.
It is.
It is that if you keep it up, and YouTube does reward a consistency, which is very difficult, to maintain and, keep life going. But so why did y'all decide to start a YouTube channel? What?
Do you want to kind of take that one?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
We, Emmy wanted 2 years ago. I think we had told you this already earlier.
Yeah.
Emmy wanted 2 years ago, and when we lived 15 hours away, it was just too hard.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where we would come once or twice a year or whatever, and then where we would travel or whatever. And it was too much. It was overwhelming to keep that up for us. So with everything we had going on.
Right.
And she was a professional ballerina and a professional dancer and a choreographer, and she had all of that on taking up a lot of time.
Wait. You went a little quickly over that part. Could you say that again?
Yes. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow. I was in entertainment for over 20 years.
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yes. And she performed all over this half of the country in different places. Yeah.
Wow. See, that doesn't surprise me at all, because I've always looked at you, Emmy, and I thought, and you have the look. You have the look of about you do. You have, wow, that's amazing.
I can't believe you 20 years. Wow. Like, I can't believe you could have possibly have had that type of career. Like, I mean, you don't, try not to embarrass myself here. You just don't look like old enough to have had, 20 years. Wow. That's amazing.
She actually had her first professional role at 10 years old.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was picked to be Clara in it was a traveling ballet company, but they came to our city and she was chosen to work with this company. And that was her first role.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was very blessed to get to work with a lot of amazing people. I mean, my mentor for over 10 years of my training and career was handpicked by Baryshnikov to perform at the White House for Ronald Reagan. So, like, I had wonderful people to work with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Great mentors.
It was a true blessing to be able to, she's our only child. And we were able to move and get her training. And not that it was easy. I mean, we had a really difficult time at that. We were not wealthy people. We just had to do as we, go along.
That side of it is basically like Olympic training.
Yeah.
So it's very costly. It's hard. You got to move to the places that
By the time she was 15 or 16, she was dancing about 35 hours a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That is, and I don't know a whole lot about it other than it can be grueling.
It is.
Especially, it's that's amazing, Amy. That is really,
it really is.
What shows did you dance?
So many. So we did, one of my favorites was actually one of the companies and the school attached to it that I worked with. They did a version of Les Miserables, and they turned it into a ballet, which was really cool because it was so unique. So that was one of my favorites that we did. I was in Cinderella. I was in Sleeping Beauty, which I actually got to direct Sleeping Beauty and play Maleficent. So that was really cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That must have been
It was a lot of fun.
And the costuming, man,
that's one of my favorite parts was all the costumes and the magic quick changes between the fairies and all it was a lot of fun.
Wow.
So I got to do a lot of shows over the years. It's been really cool.
It was neat. We started a dance studio. Well, she wanted to have a dance company, so she started a company, and then we had a studio with that. Really more of a school to teach young dancers how to be in a company. That's really the goal was. Yeah. And we started that the summer before, so we owned it a year before my husband got diagnosed with cancer. So it was extremely aggressive cancer, which is back to your original question, led to how we started this channel because Emmy's health started getting worse. So we both have fibromyalgia and she has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Very rare disease that affects your collagen.
So it affects your ligaments, muscles, organs, all kinds of.
Turns out I was born with it and I struggled with it all through my years.
Affected the dance for so long and we didn't even realize it. Like it took a long time to figure it out. Yeah.
So it was a learning process.
Yeah. Okay. So that was stopping her from being able to do a lot of it physically. And it just got to the point where she was in pain all the time practically.
Yeah.
So and it was massive pain, it was
some days I couldn't get out of bed. And I still have days like that. It's very
fibro does that anyway.
It does.
So and then but we were trying to push through and do the best we could. When you own your own studio, you don't put a lot of hours into it. Honestly, you could, but you don't have to. So we were like thinking that might be it. But God had a different path, and we were not able to keep it open when my husband got sick. And so it was very aggressive. He was diagnosed on right now my brain is just
I want to say it was like June 30th.
Yeah, his birthday he turned 50 July 11th last year, and he had just gotten the results back like the week or two before that. And he was with Jesus by August 30th. He went home really fast.
I'm sorry.
So
man.
Yeah, it was very hard. He had no symptoms. 0 symptoms.
Man.
Filled.
Just happened so quickly.
It did. And so he and I and he and Emmy and then the three of us discussed everything in the future. And we just knew that we couldn't stay in the house. We just couldn't stay there. And so we just decided this would be the time to move for our health. Warmer weather would help us, maybe.
Sure.
We hoped.
Where did y'all live? What state did y'all live in?
Missouri.
Yeah.
So
Missouri.
winters were hard, really hard on symptoms and stuff.
Sure.
And so we just decided to do it. And because she had tried years and years ago to have a channel, she's like, I want to try again. I'm like, go for it. Like, this is the time to do it.
I've always loved Disney.
It'll help us
so
get
have
through
you.
this time with the joy. And I grew up with Disney. I mean,
Mhm.
Wonderful World of Disney Sunday nights. Anybody raise your hand? Right?
Raise your hand in chat. Everybody's raising their hand.
Right. Raise your hand.
And mine was like kind of the golden age of the film era of Disney.
Mhm.
Little Mermaid, Lion King, all of this.
Yeah. Toy Story.
Yeah.
The Renaissance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just thought, if not now, probably never.
Yeah.
Right.
And we just prayed about it. Honestly, we just prayed about it. Like, God, what are we supposed to do? Because it is. I mean, I can talk about it now. I finally got to a place where I can talk about it a little bit easier. But I mean, it was the hardest thing we've ever gone through.
Yeah.
So having this opportunity has helped. I couldn't even put into words how much it's helped us.
Oh.
The amazing community that is people we never expected to meet that have come alongside us and been supporters and encouragers, and not only in the channel but just personally, like what we do.
Yeah.
So it's been a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have the same experience in terms of encouragement and support from community. Different, going through different things also, and but that's it's encouragement and support. From friends on YouTube has meant a whole lot during those challenging seasons of life.
Yeah, they're genuine. It's a genuine community.
Yeah,
it is. It's just William and I have talked about it numerous times. We just celebrated our 5th year on YouTube, and probably 4 months prior to that, if you had mentioned YouTube, I would have said I don't use it very much. If I need to look up how to put a coffee pot together, I'll go to YouTube.
Right.
Otherwise, I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't use YouTube that much. And so then we found Josh and Jenna's channel when Jeff and I were headed to Disneyland. It was his first trip, and I found Josh and Jenna's channel, or the West Coast crew, and then I just kind of went from there. But the community is something that William and I did not expect. I think I can say that, and it has been such a blessing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, all these fantastic people in chat, people who, like with you guys, it's, we spend so much time together, especially because we started our channel in 2019, October of 2019, which was just before the blip.
Yeah, that's what we call it too.
Yes. And so, well, then we were all incarcerated. And so, there were just people just pop up, all day long. And then, this person would start a live stream, we'd all go over there. And then somebody else would start a live stream, we all go over there. What would we have done without our live streaming community?
I know, right? And as soon as Disney opened back up, I mean, we refused. That's a whole other conversation, but we refused to live that life. Yeah. And so we were like, nope, we got to get out and do things.
We didn't want to be afraid of it, even though it's hard. We have health conditions and everything.
Yeah, we had But like, but the first traveling we did, instantly we were at Disney when they opened back up. I think they opened in July and we were there in August.
August 2020.
Man, so I went in August. Me and Jillian went in September.
Yeah.
And that was a thing where, we talked about it, and it was really supposed to be Wyatt's first trip. But, thankfully Mom, came to watch him, and me and Jillian, went. We were supposed to go with a couple of our other, friends or couples with their kids, and they all backed out. And Jillian and I were looking at it, and they backed out pretty well in advance. And, the date just kept coming closer and closer. And we were like, what if we went just the two of us, and then ask mom about it. And, she came and watched Wyatt. And it was funny because like they were able to technically kind of go with us because we live streamed. And so, like Wyatt mom could tune in, watch the stream. And so anyway, it was pretty neat. We've since been on, Wyatt's been on multiple trips now, which is pretty cool. But, even Wesley's been on a trip.
Anybody else in the parks? Like, wasn't that awesome to be?
It's crazy. It was crazy. And like the distance between you and other people in line also was actually kind of nice.
I've always said if we keep one thing from that time, maybe that 6 foot distance.
Yeah.
Right.
It was great though. I mean, we were. I think we looped Flight of Passage like seven or 8
That's
or 10
incredible.
times. They would come out and get us. They would see how excited and how much fun we were having. They would come out and get us and pull us backstage and take us.
Wow.
It was so great is because that time was so hard for everybody.
Yeah.
Those cast members too. And just to have joy back.
It was. Absolutely.
It was what we needed in that time.
Yeah.
So many years.
It was. It totally was. And I had. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll never forget coming off the bus there. And we're getting off the bus there. What was it? I guess it was Pop Century we were at. We're getting off the bus, and like the cast members, like there's people applauding us. The cast members applauding us because they're excited to see us. We're excited to see them, and so it's just a really neat moment.
Oh, hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Danny.
Yeah. Well, COVID travel was fantastic. I mean, because, and people would say, well, aren't you, Jeff and I actually went to Hawaii during all that instead of
awesome.
for a couple of nights, which was just amazing. But, and we do have a playlist of Hawaii on the channel, by the way, if y'all want to check that out. But, that it was, they'd say, well, do you feel safe going to Disney? It's not safe to go to Disney. I say, I feel a lot safer going to Disney than I do walking into my local Walmart.
That's exactly what we said. It literally the same sentence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you can see them cleaning in our videos. They're like cleaning.
I have video of them cleaning rock walls.
Yeah, like
right.
Protecting the rock.
I'm sure they learned a lot now.
Right. Partner statue. It's true. Yeah. Gosh, yeah.
Like, if I'm going to have to clean my stuff at home, I'll clean it at Disney.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's a good place to start, to go back to things,
We loved it.
Hey, Leah, welcome in. So tell me, okay, everybody has their Disney story. Why, because there are people who they like Disney, they like Mickey Mouse, but they might go once every 5-10 years. But then there are, people who walk into the park and it just captures them. And so what is it about, how did y'all get to love Disney so much? I guess is my question.
You want me to start?
I think I rubbed off on her.
Yeah, and my thing was I felt a real connection to Walt and the history of the parks and everything that he persevered through. There's a lot to his story that a lot of people don't even know when they visit Disney World. And, just the fact that he never gave up, no matter how hard it got, and that he cared about family. Like that was his priority, was that family first, his family, and then also helping other people with their families to kind of recapture that community themselves, which was so missing, in so many other ways for everybody. And just the amazing things that these Imagineers could come up with. I was just amazed by the things that a lot of people don't know, that they invented audio animatronics that are a huge part of nearly every theme park and amusement park today. And, the multi-plane cameras that they use that were just completely changed the film industry. They were so creative.
Yeah. The Imagineers had to invent the tech to make the Walt's ideas happen.
Yeah.
Bob Gurr is, I've heard Bob Gurr say many times that, that Walt would walk in and say, Bob, here's what I want to do. Can you make this happen? Well, so what are you going to tell Walt Disney? No, I can't do that.
Right.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah,
I have
right.
no clue how he was going to do it, but he would figure it out. So
That's inspiring too.
It is. Like,
I mean,
I'm still amazed today when I see Abraham Lincoln stand up in the
I know.
It's like, it's so amazing to me.
Yes.
And I love Disney because I grew up, I had a really difficult childhood, and I'll just leave that right over there. But it was a bad childhood in many, many ways. And so I would immerse myself in the kind of it was my Calgon Take Me Away, but it was Disney. So I would I loved musicals. I loved music. I loved the way it made me feel like I wanted to perform. I wanted to be immersed in the story. And I was writing poems when I was 9 years old and I wrote my first poem. And eventually I had written over 100 poems. And so I had a creativity inside me that wasn't quite singer, actress. I did a little bit of it, but it just wasn't quite. But I dreamed through that. And Disney was safe. It was the safe environment for me.
Yes.
So I felt it was safe for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's probably how it rubbed off a little bit.
Yeah. It's a huge part of most of our childhood. So I think it's just that connection we all have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So did y'all go to did y'all go to the parks? Did you go when you were little?
The first time we went to Disney World, Emmy was 2.
Yeah. You'd never been.
I had never been.
Yeah.
I was never able to go. And my husband got this amazing bonus one year. And we were like, can we just take Emmy to Disney World when she turns 2?
1996.
Yeah. 1996.
Look at that.
Yeah. And so and he was like, yeah, let's go to Disney. And so we went to Disney for a week, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just
Disney World.
Disney World.
We
did Disney World, and so we did not get to go again until 20 years later.
Hey, Jeff.
22. She turned 22.
It was my birthday.
And we were visiting friends in Florida, and I
was
said,
doing a project there actually.
Yeah, she was dancing.
Yeah.
And
and
we were staying with friends for a couple nights while she was dancing, and I said, we've got these things called forever tickets. So that's what they had back then. Remember, they were.
I do remember those. Oh, wow.
And so I called Disney, and I'm like, I think we might have a couple days or a day or something. And they were like, let me check. And so they're on the phone. They're like,
yeah.
And they're like, come on down.
Yeah.
And they transferred them into we got an extra day at the park.
Oh, yeah.
I think
it was
we got an extra.
They're like, it's your birthday. Here's a little extra magic.
It was incredible.
Wow.
It was so cool.
That's so cool.
That we were hooked for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Back every year or 6 months.
When we were there, at the time, Animal Kingdom didn't exist when I was a kid, so that was totally new. I mean, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I remember ordering the VHS tapes from Disney's. Plan your vacation, and I'm ordering these VHS tapes.
Yes,
and they're like Animal Kingdom.
I the VHS tapes.
Yeah, it was.
I had a Walt Disney World computer game, CD-ROM, that would be the history of Disney, and they would have cast members that would take you around on a tour.
Yeah, don't you love that? Cool. All that old stuff that they used to. Tina says they still honor those forever passes.
Yeah,
I bet they do.
I've heard that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's forever.
Yeah,
passes. That's amazing. But yeah, that's it's the Disney has been around. Of course, the company has been around for over 100 years, which is just absolutely amazing. To me. But you look back over the years, and that again, we talked about that a little bit already, is part of what's really neat about our YouTube channel, because as the years go by, and as my grandchildren get older, and what have you, we can look back when the park looked like this, and when they had that, and when they had when Mickey's Not So Scary looked like this, and it's a historic. What we're doing is a historic record, guys, of the parks. So
it's really neat.
It is.
yeah.
And it's neat to be here and witness the things that happen and the big news and all the stuff. It's really surreal almost.
It is.
Yeah. It is. It's just, to be a part of it. I'm really looking forward to attending Candlelight Processional for the first time this year. And you guys said that you're going to be down for Magical Night of Hope. So I really look forward to.
I know. We can't wait to see you.
Look
So
forward.
this will be your first year. Last year was our first Candlelight Processional.
Neat.
It's phenomenal.
Yes, Gary Sinise is.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if
we're hoping to go to. Too.
Well, I could get tickets the other day, but I hadn't been feeling well and I was so tired I didn't wake up in time. But I probably still could get something.
You probably could. Yeah, you probably could if you probably could if you check into it. We got our tickets today, and so I'm really, really jazzed about the fact that the timing there worked out, because I was going down specifically for Magical Night of Hope, and the 15th and 16th, Gary Sinise is the narrator, and I just wow. Tina McNeil texted me and said, "Hey, oh my goodness, did you see?" And I said, "Wow, we got to do that." So
and I'm so excited for Magical Night of Hope. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it is. They raised.
We watched Give Kids the World for years, so that's really neat to be there, be a part of, and support them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm excited to be there for the first time in person. So
awesome!
It's a lot of good things coming up, and we've got and it's really I'm thinking to myself, these months, the fall months always go too fast for me because they're my favorite. That's my favorite time of year. We're to the end of October, y'all. It's October 29th. Halloween's in 2 days.
Right.
But there's so many wonderful things to look forward to, towards the end of the year, and then, the new year coming.
I know we have so many plans coming up. I'm sure we need to mark in the calendar when to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And I'm sure y'all will be live streaming the parks for Christmas and all the holidays as much as you can. And y'all are AP holders as well for Universal and SeaWorld.
SeaWorld, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know if we'll renew those.
Yeah.
SeaWorld doesn't offer a lot. We like it, but it doesn't offer a lot.
We love the animal stuff.
Yes.
Like their animal shows are amazing.
Oh, yes.
So many great things they do for the animals there.
But because we have a budget, we got passes to Universal for Epic Universe.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of people will be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That's going to hold. I mean, that's another memory thing for us because Emmy's dad and she and her dad used to play Super Mario.
We played video games all the time
together. That was their, because she was like 2 years old and playing computer games better than anybody we knew.
Welcome in.
So the memories are going to be really great for us, and we're like, we really want to be there for that. So we snatched those up immediately.
We're really looking forward to, though, like our passes continue for a little bit for SeaWorld. So we're going to do the Christmas stuff at SeaWorld, which we really enjoy, and Christmas stuff at Universal. This will be our first year doing that, so we're excited.
If I didn't have a budget, I'd have it all.
Right?
Yeah, it cramps our style. Just
I know, this money thing is just bad.
This really gets on my nerves. I'm telling you. But
did y'all get a day at Epic yet? Let's see. Because let's see, they rolled it out not that long ago, but right, I think of where AP holders could buy it. Get at least 1 day or whatever.
Yes. We were able to get
2 days.
Opening day and second day.
Sweet. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really funny because nobody knew when they were going to drop the tickets.
This was just like last
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Last week.
The ticket package has gone on sale 2 days before that at like 6 a.m.
And it was less money to buy a annual pass
and buy single day
tickets as pass holders than it was to buy a package.
It worked out to be better that way.
Wow.
For
Okay.
Florida residents, especially.
Yeah, because we have a discount down here.
Yeah.
Huge discount.
So we're like, we have no idea when these tickets are going to go on sale. We checked at midnight. It's like nothing there. I was like, well, I'll wake up at 5 because who knows? Maybe we'll drop them at 5.
And I'm sleeping. Just go for it. Whatever.
So I'm like,
Handle it.
I wake
Make
up
it so.
randomly at like 4:50, and I'm like, I should just check. I'll just check. So I get on, I refresh it a couple times, nothing. I go off of the page. I come back to the page at 4:53. They're like, "Here's your tickets, pass holders," and I'm like, "Okay." So I did it at 4:53.
Wow.
And so we also got we got a night at the Helios Grand Hotel too. Right.
We couldn't believe the prices there.
That's what people were saying.
Moderates at Disney.
Yeah.
It's like a deluxe level hotel in the park. Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. We're very excited.
Universal's doing everything right.
They're doing a lot right.
We're huge Disney people, but we can't deny what's happening.
Universal's got a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they do. And they're, we have talked about it, when they first announced the parks, and, William and I said, Universal is really stepping up to the plate here. I think they're going to bring their A game on this, y'all. And we are huge Harry Potter fans, so I'm really excited about Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
But to have to have a whole new park open with all of, and Universal has, Disney for years kind of set the standard. They set the pace, and Universal would, come out with something, and then Disney would come out with something. But Disney was always kind of in the lead.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true anymore necessarily.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Word behind the scenes is a lot of people are now have switched over to staying over at Universal and taking Disney a few days instead of the reverse.
Yeah. I think actually, to what you said, Dawn, Harry Potter was a game changer for Universal.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
Oh, absolutely.
So immersive.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, we're not even big Harry Potter fans ourselves. Like, we never got into them. We've seen the first movies. But like when we walked into those worlds for the first time a couple weeks ago, it was amazing. I was like, this is incredible what I'm seeing, like all that they did.
It's just, William and I experienced Harry Potter as the books came out, because William is the same age as Harry Potter. And so, I had trouble keeping you in reading material, William, when you were young, because he was such a avid reader. And so at one point I heard about the Harry Potter books, and I said, I'll go ahead and get you the first one in paperback and I'll stay ahead of you in the reading just to make sure everything's cool, And I did. And so then we just got hooked. Like so many others.
That Christmas was awesome because I got the first Harry Potter book in paperback, and blew through it, during Christmas break. Hey, Pete, welcome in. But I blew through that. And then I also got, I think I got my Game Boy Color that Christmas, and also, Pokemon Silver and Gold version.
Yeah.
And so it was awesome to have both. Because there's some Pokemon that are exclusive to each version. But anyway, and then there's like this like little robot dog. I think it's Techno. I think was his name.
Techno.
And it's just I got so much cool stuff that Christmas, and it was just really neat. I mean, Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt, but Pokemon and Harry Potter, have stayed with me over the years. So that was a really awesome Christmas.
Yeah,
it was. So we've just we did we were the crazy people who did the midnight book releases and the midnight movie releases and all of that stuff. But the thing.
Were you guys planning to come to Epic then?
Absolutely. Well, we've got to get it planned.
Yeah, we do.
We've just buckled
Jillian's
down.
been pricing it out. It's a matter of getting the house sold, and then we're definitely going to be looking at that hard.
Yeah, I realize that some other things have to happen, but I'm not trying to sell a house. I could go ahead and book
That's
it.
true. That is true.
Come on down.
So yeah, we'll definitely get there. We were actually some of the first in the park when they opened Hogsmeade, the first
That's
land.
It's incredible.
It really is.
I mean, we will never not be Disney fans. I mean, we're through Disney all through and through. But we were pretty when we brought him into Disney World when she was 2 back in 1996. We also spent a day at Universal Studios because Barney. We had to go see.
That's awesome.
And so last week when we went, it was a week ago Sunday, I guess. Was the first time since she was 2 28 years that she had been there. We were pretty impressed. I mean, Universal, everything is big,
it's larger than life there.
Yeah, everything is just big.
And we're big Marvel fans, so we really enjoyed the superhero island.
Those are memories we want to keep going to. And my husband loved Marvel, loved the MCU. And so kind of like riding Spider-Man, it was just like,
so cool.
It's so immersive. Yeah. So, I mean, I would say what Universal's doing is they're delivering, I got to say, better than Disney. They're delivering on what they promised.
They're bringing it. They are bringing
the bar now, I think, instead of trying
Amy said shit at all the Harry Potter stuff, too.
I love that the superhero island there. It's just so cool, and I love the Spider-Man 90s show. From back in the day, and so I love that ride hasn't changed, and that it's still very much looks like the same style animation and everything in the pre-show and all that. And so I love that land. My son loved that land. It's really cool to walk through it. Because sometimes you see their heroes moving around and stuff, like on the move, or villains too. Green Goblin and Dr. Doom, seen them moving around too. But it's neat.
Classic costume. It's just it's really neat, and I mean, Universal's even stepped up their snack game. Their food. I mean, they really. And here's the thing, people. Especially those of us who are love Disney so much, and I always say, competition is good for guests. Competition is always good for us. Because that makes Disney have to go back and say, oh, okay, they've one-upped us here. We're going to have to, have to up our game. And
which I'm really hoping they don't take as long as they say they're going to take, because I'm super excited I know there's some controversy over losing the Liberty Bell boat, and the things, but I'm actually excited for Cars. It's not where I would have chosen to put it. I think we would put it somewhere Hollywood Studios. To me, it's showing on over there. But as Emmy and I always say, they forget to call us and ask.
They do. Why did
they forget about the fans?
So I would rather it stay traditional. But I'm excited about
we do love Cars.
Yeah,
so we're
excited about that. I think my favorite thing though is I'm really glad next summer they're supposed to put in the nighttime parade. I want the nighttime parade.
Yes. And that was a question that was coming up as, with all the, announcements and everything, what's that nighttime parade? I've been saying for years, core memory for me was, electric light. We called it the electric light parade. That's just kind of what we called it, at Disneyland. The first time I saw, the Main Street Electrical Parade at Disneyland. And we loved, during the years that I was taking William, it was Spectral Magic Disney World. And so nighttime parades, y'all, have a special kind of magic.
They do.
That stick with a kid, stick with adults. I'm so excited about that. I really am.
Me too.
That's
the time
actually-
we saw,
the Main Street Electrical Parade, that was actually the first parade I got to see in 20 years.
Wow.
And that was so special because that was my birthday, and we asked the cast members, we're like, we're here for the first time in 20 years. Where should we stand? Where should we go?
and I was having a whole bunch
Yes.
of pain that day from the fibro, and I couldn't just stand.
Right.
And so we hadn't been back in 20 years. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just going to ask,
Are
are we
there
missing
seats?
someplace?
Where
Is there
yeah.
something?
Yeah.
And so they're like, he's like, hold on one second.
Mhm.
And he goes away, and he comes back in like 2.5 minutes or something. And he goes, come with me. And he puts us right in the front row of the VIP section.
Yeah, we've got
That's
the
amazing.
It was so cool.
The
They're like
characters
coming
come
out
out
and
and
sing
happy
and sing.
birthday.
Yeah,
It's
it was awesome.
Oh, how
It
sweet.
was
Yeah,
one of the we'll never forget.
It's
it.
amazing.
that's what they do.
I wish I had video of that, but my phone was not working back then, so I only have a couple of pictures.
But in a way that was good
It
because it
was.
just now it's like in the
Yeah.
memory, and
Yes.
we weren't concentrating on that because having a YouTube channel makes things maybe not as magical as they would be if you're experiencing them for the first time because you get a camera in front of your face.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. We love
Right.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But
I'm
it's a
just
different
saying
experience.
It is.
I know what you mean.
True.
Yeah.
We always try to make sure we have days where we go and do it for ourselves too, if we can.
Yes.
And that's one of the benefits of living here. We're very
Yeah.
blessed
It's a blessing.
in that way.
Yeah.
Like when Tiana's opened, we got it on the video, and then a few days later, we got to go back and just ride it without the
There you
camera.
go.
So
There
that
There
was
you go.
I'd
Yeah.
say that's a big tip I would give anybody starting a YouTube channel.
If you
Make
can
sure
do
you
it,
don't lose
do
your
it.
personal experience.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. And William, I mean, we're like right in the middle. I mean, really, the drive to Disneyland, if we drive, is about the same, distance wise as the
wow.
drive to Walt Disney World. So,
Yeah.
but since Jeff and I are originally from Tennessee, we've just always kind of considered Walt Disney World to be our home park. So, but yeah, it's that being there local is such an advantage because you can use your annual pass and not feel it's a totally different experience.
Yeah.
It really is.
You can,
It is. It
you know,
truly
It
is.
kind of removes that pressure of trying to get everything done, and there is that thing of I can come back next week, like
There you go.
that's
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, that's something else
Yeah.
we tell people on our videos all the time is if you plan to come here once a year for a full week, just one of you at least buy the pass.
yeah,
Because it'll get you bunches of discounts. It's going to pay for itself after 12
Yeah.
days. So that
You
means
can
you
do it, go
can come
for it.
back for 4 days later on in the year and
Yeah.
it's paid for, if you're
Yeah.
here 6 days or whatever,
Yeah.
because you will feel less pressure in every way.
oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, and I did. My husband and that's fine. I'm totally fine with it. Jeff convinced me to let my annual pass go, to not renew it, because he wants to actually, there are other things to do in life in the world besides Disney, which okay.
Right.
So we've got some other things that we want
You're
to do.
still getting to make a trip, here, within the next couple of months. So, it's all's not lost Disney wise.
You're never going to give it up.
Disney's
Mark.
we're getting some better ticket deals coming back to Disney, so that's a
Yes.
good thing too.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
you don't know when you're going to get a discount. So
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah. So
maybe more with Epic opening.
yeah.
well, yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff happening.
Yeah.
I mean, like by the day, I'm getting more and more excited about Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, like you were saying, Will, with the animatronics that they released today, that's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
Amazing.
They're a whole other level.
Hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, that is one thing. I've seen it too. It's like, man, that's super exciting. But I'm also thinking, I'm like, all right, wear and tear. Like I know how things have gone with the Shaman is one of
Yes.
their Na'vi River Journey. Obviously one of the most intricate animatronics ever made. I can still remember the teaser video that they put out for her. And I called my mom and dad on the phone. I said, they just put out they just put out a video of the animatronic that's going to be in this ride. Like they did it like a little teaser clip. And I said, it looks like a person, like a person in like, in costume. I was like, but it's the animatronic.
I know.
So,
I said today, I told Lemmy, I said, how come the robots that the AI robots that Elon and all these people are making don't look that good? And then I got to thinking, maybe I don't want them to look that good.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, these, it's like, man, like I hope, I even like, thinking about Tiana's and stuff and some of the issues they've had there, it's like, I want to see, and I mentioned this to Mom, I think on the stream last week. It's like, I want to go sometime close to opening because, I mean, you want to see it in full swing. You want to see them, rolling it out with all the bells and whistles. I mean, there's so many rides that have, little features and things that they just stop supporting over time. And so, I mean, I brought it up last week, the condor that comes around the mountain there on Expedition Everest to kind of distract you before you go backwards. Like that's a small touch, but you can't bank on it. Like sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. And so anyway, like it's little things like that, and I can remember, I said last week too, but at the expense of sound, being repetitive. But that, the A mode Yeti is still one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in a theme park. And so, like, I saw a post today, comparing the A mode Yeti. They had a picture of the A mode Yeti and then the teaser clip of the Wolfman. And so, and I was like, man, like the Wolfman in the clip just looks so fluid. I mean, movement wise.
I actually thought it was CG. I was like, that cannot.
I had the same thought, like when I saw it.
I saw it, but I didn't watch it, so I've got to watch it, y'all.
Yeah. So it's super cool, and I'm really excited. I just, I want to see it with all the bells and whistles, running at full capacity. Because inevitably it seems like over time, and at least with Disney. There's just certain features that that kind of go by the wayside, and only people that experienced it or be like, oh yeah, it used to do this at this part of the ride, and now it doesn't do that anymore. And so anyway,
and there's C mode is broke mode,
right?
Right.
When you skip half of Rise of the Resistance, we had that happen the other night.
Things are breaking down way too often.
And so that's the other thing thinking about. It's like, okay, so what does a B mode look like for this? I mean, with these 14 very intricate animatronics, what does B mode look like? They have a screen they can roll out. Like I wonder.
But they're going to be prepared.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because I think they're watching.
And I don't know. We might not get to see them because from what I've heard, they keep saying it's going to be the scariest ride ever. And we have some insider knowledge that said, yeah, we've seen the plans. It's the scariest thing we've ever seen.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. So I'm like,
and these are people who love HHN.
Yeah.
That's not our thing.
Yeah.
We don't want anything gory. We can't like that.
And they're
stuff.
like, this is a scary ride.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if that means like jump scares, maybe. I don't know.
I heard about that in the line queue, is that they're gonna, very similar to Skull Island, Reign of Kong. Back in the day, when they first opened that ride up. They had scare actors or whatever in the line queue. And I'll say it was so funny because there's at one spot in that line queue, I had never done it before. I think I watched part of a ride through at one point maybe, but I couldn't really remember any of the details other than the big gigantic Kong head at the end.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't. Other than that,
heard about it. We're gonna ride it. I think we'll ride it.
And so
I grew up with Kong movies.
Yeah. And so I can remember walking through that line, and there's a pretty neat, witch doctor lady thing, in that line. That's pretty decent animatronic. But there's a screen at one point that has just random faces or whatever that pop up. And I just happened to kind of corner of my eye type deal, like it popped up. And it made jump just a little bit because I wasn't looking at it dead on. It was enough to be like, well, that wasn't there before, and all of a sudden, boom, that face is there. It's like, oh. Anyway, but yeah, I'm excited. I've got a buddy who's big into the classic monsters. And so it's like, man, I would love to go with him at some point to experience a lot of this stuff because He's a big fan of the classic monsters.
I'm hoping for some Vincent Price voicing. That's
Yeah.
what I'm hoping.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. That would just top it off. And
Wouldn't it?
I'm just really excited to see what Universal's going to bring us with this. I think they're really stepping up to the plate with it, and it's going to be. When was the last time we had a new park open?
I think it was Animal Kingdom.
Would it have been Animal Kingdom?
I think so.
25 years ago.
It might have been Islands of Adventure, but I think that was before Animal Kingdom.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
we don't know as much history about Universal.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
Same here.
Yeah. I think they were close to the same time. So it's one of the two, I'd say.
Yeah. So it's going to be great. It's really going to be just a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff coming. And you guys, okay, so just jumping kind of back to Disney, just quickly, you have to tell us your favorite park, your favorite characters.
Those change so often. I think I always come back to Hollywood Studios just because I love. We were a movie family, especially Marvel, but we were a movie family. So Indiana Jones, we love
Star Wars.
Love Star Wars. Cannot wait for the Ariel show to come back so we can see what that's like. Because we loved the Little Mermaid.
So excited for Monsters Inc.
Beauty and the Beast. Like that tends to be my favorite all the time. I mean, Jollywood Nights was amazing, and I can't wait. It's going to be even better this year.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, they did the stage show last year, Jollywood Nights, with opening with Miss Piggy and Kermit. It was incredible. It was incredible. So cool. I'm super excited about that. Yeah. So I think it just stays my favorite.
Yeah. Characters.
Well, there's just too many. I love Mickey.
Always Mickey.
Always
up there.
But I love Minnie. Yeah. And I love to meet Minnie every single time. Without fail, she is just amazing. And I love Aladdin, and I love Beauty and the Beast. I love Belle, and I love the Beast.
Yeah. I think for me, like consistently for the last several months, I get so excited when I go to Animal Kingdom. And I think part of that is just because it's the one we all kind of forget about most of the time. Like we don't go to it as often in general. I love animals. I've always loved animals. I just love the atmosphere there. It's so relaxing, especially early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
The beautiful place. Pandora's beautiful. I'm not even an Avatar fan, but Flight of Passage is my favorite ride. I love it.
Mine too.
It's just so amazing. And then like character,
it's underrated. It's definitely missed.
It is. Science. Welcome in.
Yeah. Character wise, like I do love them all, but one of my favorites over and over now, I keep wanting to meet them every time. They make me want to meet them every time. It's Chip and Dale. They're just so much fun. They're just so fun.
They are. They're always fun. They're delightful.
I'm gonna kind of miss Dino Land, and part of it is because of the Chipmunkosaurus. I just love them in their dinosaur costumes. They're so fun.
A lot of people have reached out to us telling how much they love. It's great to get the feedback because it helps us, like what to do and what to.
Yes.
But a lot of the feedback we've gotten is how much they love to watch us interact with characters, because coming out of entertainment world, both of us. But I mean, mostly, it is just so easy for us, and we just love it. And so we don't hold anything back. We just, it's awesome.
They're a blast.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic. It's therapeutic, and
it is. I got a 5-minute hug from Mickey and Minnie last year. I mean, we have it on tape. I mean, we have recorded. It was like 4.5 minutes or something like that. It was close to 5 minutes hug when we went last year when we moved here, and I had Everett's picture with me. And they notice everything, and they can just tell by the way you talk. They're just amazing.
They are.
And I mean, Mickey went over and he's like, wait a minute.
He hand
wrote us a note.
I need to put that back out.
Which they don't hardly ever do. You know, it was very, very special.
Oh,
I will never forget it.
how precious.
That's wonderful.
So the cast members are
They rock.
They are the magic. They really are.
They are.
They really are. Yeah, that's amazing. That's wonderful, and it means so much. You know, it's
therapeutic, like you said.
Yep, it is. It's therapeutic, and that's I mean, we have people who ask me, "Are you going to Disney again?" You know, it's
Are you going to ask again?
I know.
And it's just and Jeff has resigned himself. Jeff has always been a Disney fan. Now, I'll have to say, my husband has a very mechanical mind, and so he has always been fascinated with Disney, not just at face value, but how things are done. Like the first time he went into Pandora, he looked up at the floating mountains, and he said, "That's a pretty good piece of engineering right there."
Mm.
That was his take on it. So he's always been a fan, but he doesn't always want to go every day when we're in Florida. Sometimes he'll just go a couple of days, but he understands why I want to go. And he said, "You go ahead, go ahead. It's what makes you happy." And I appreciate him, so much for that. But he really is a huge fan. And
he is.
I've always said, my husband we kind of balance each other out because he's a very serious person. He's, he just has a more serious mind, I guess, that are more sober mind maybe than I do. We balance each other out. Let's just put it like that. And especially when the kids were little and we would walk through the turnstiles and he was instantly 10 years old again.
Uh-huh.
And that only happened at Disney.
Yeah.
So,
that was the same way with my husband. It was like, he didn't know how much he could smile and laugh until he came with us in 2017.
Yeah.
It was the only time since when he was 2 he came, and he only came twice, and I'm so glad he did because it released a lot of you kind of let the world go when you're there,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but he's riding in Dumbo there with the huge stones.
Love that. Love that.
So, but that's the way it is. Like Disney just lets you leave the world behind, and you pick up this new world.
That's it. That was the whole idea, behind the parks. That was Walt's intent. And, the things that he said in interviews that he gave over and over again, Walt to me was first and foremost a storyteller.
Yes.
And he wanted to tell stories that transported us to other places. Yeah. And with the parks, he was actually able to do that.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate him so much, for the legacy and all the Imagineers, those early Imagineers, y'all. My goodness, what a legacy, that they left for us.
I'm not sure there's as much talent maybe today as there was when that all came together. I mean, that's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
From the musicals to the parks to the experiences to the books to the characters. It's a whole world.
It's true.
Yeah. It's a little bit different today just because of the way everything is with technology.
Not that there aren't talented people. I'm just saying that
now it's like different because of the technology and everything. It just changed.
That's true.
It's a different
kind.
It
was a pure talent, and it was a pureness about it.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I agree.
It's really impressive to see people kind of, people had the ability to cross over different disciplines and things like that, with the Imagineers, they weren't, pigeonholed into one area many times. It was like, okay, you have to all of them had to wear different hats at different times just because of, the expectations were there. And so it's just incredibly impressive, So I guess question for y'all. A favorite place to eat at each park?
Ooh, at each park. Well, that's a good question. Oh, well,
I tend to always. My favorite isn't even at a park.
yeah, that's
All right.
My favorite is Ohana.
yeah.
Oh, nice. See, I've not done Ohana before. I want
it's
to.
really good.
Ohana means
I haven't
family, and
Yeah.
you feel like it. It is
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And the food is amazing. The experience is amazing. If you can get there when the fireworks, you can look out the window over this beautiful. Because I love the Poly.
Yeah.
But I also I love Brown Derby because like I said, I always love the old musicals. I love all of the, I love Lucy.
Cool.
Emmy was an I Love Lucy fan from the time she could almost not stand. Like she was
Oh,
just walking at a year old, and she loved Lucy. And we watched that together. And
I never have, Tina. I haven't. Tina's shocked. I've never been to Ohana. I never have.
You need to.
Yeah.
I do. I absolutely do. And I love the Poly too. I really do. The Brown Derby. Now, William knows that if I'm in Hollywood Studios,
Jonathan's already come through with it in the chat.
there you go.
Yes, Jonathan. Cobb salad and a grapefruit cake.
Yeah.
And the fruitcake, exactly. And and people, people who've never had that Cobb salad go, how could a salad be that good? I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's that good.
I'm not even a salad person. I'm like, that's a good salad.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, funny enough, as far as like Magic Kingdom goes for me, it's actually Columbia Harbor House.
Yep.
Nice.
I just really like it.
We went
I
all
love
those years and never ate there. Like year after year after year, and never ate there until we moved here. I think was the first time we were there.
Yeah.
Now we're hooked on it.
It's really
it's so cool whenever that happens though. It's funny because there's a place that was close to where we used to live, and we lived there for a decent period of time before I finally went to eat there. And I was like, man, this place is great. And then I was like, I could have been eating this meal,
Right.
so much longer that all this time passed and that I didn't go eat at this place, and now I've eaten there. It's like, you got to make up for lost time.
Who knew you get a lobster roll in Magic Kingdom, and now I've got a lobster roll in my hand every time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Every time I go.
So good. Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
I think Epcot, it's an experience, and it's one of the more expensive places. But if you ever get to do it, especially at Christmas time, it's beer garden. And it is.
That's my dad's favorite. And that was his dad's favorite.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The music and it is immersive.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very and it's such a treat actually to get to see those German performers
Yes.
do that. I mean, it really is, because it's the real deal, y'all.
Yes, it is. For sure.
The food is obviously ethnic. We love beer garden.
It's a food. So like my her dad's heritage was German. My heritage, some of it is German, and that's like comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if your heritage is not German, it's still comfort food.
It is.
It's just so great.
Yeah.
So
And I'll
good.
have to say, they have that potato cheese dish that they have is one of my favorites on property. It's good. It's like a potato cheese casserole.
Makes me go back for like 4 times.
I got extra of that. Yeah.
I rolled out of there. I'm not eating the rest of the night or probably tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good one. We're very fond of California Grill. We love, to go to California Grill. That kind of story. I had a friend of mine several years ago that I worked with at the Child Development Center who said, "Have you ever been to California Grill? It's at the top of the Contempo." And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, you have to do that." And so she told me, a little bit about it and what have you. And it's kind of become our celebratory, our family celebratory place.
Graduations, bigger things, bigger life
birthday a few years back. We haven't been since they changed it to a prefix.
Yeah.
We haven't been to know.
We haven't either.
Yeah.
I loved it before that. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's how much? I don't care. It's so good.
Yeah.
Now with that price tag, I'm like, let's go see.
I mean, it was truly really, really good. The steak I had was really good.
And the
And
fireworks at the top.
Yeah, I mean, can't be.
No.
Yeah.
It's just hard to fit in.
Now I don't know. Prefix, I don't know. Like
Will it
sometimes
be
when
the
they
same?
sometimes when they
Yeah.
change things to prefix, it changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't want to ruin my memory of the California
Beauty,
girl.
yeah, be our guest for me. You know, it's yeah. Granted, Jillian and I went for lunch back before they did the prefix, bit. You know, which was interesting because they kind of took you in the side there, and like there were kiosks and stuff, and so you know, we did it then. You know, I've got a really cool cup from back then that like lights up. It's got like a little castle. It was like a little goblet thing. It was pretty cool. You know, and that's funny. You know, Jillian gives me a hard time about it, but it's like if there's like some sort of gimmicky cup or something, then you're pretty much going to be able to sell that to me about every time. You know, like Oga's, they had the little pork, you know, the little glass pork cup. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to get this. Anyway,
so you didn't get the $45 cup though.
Oh no! Oh well, there's a $45 cup.
There is now.
There is.
Oh no! Well,
like $45.
you're gonna have to steer away from that one, I think.
I'd rather have the pork.
Yeah.
Because that was way better than the $45.
Yeah, it's cool too because I think it has stamped with like first edition or something on the bottom of it.
Awesome.
I'm like, all right, I don't know if it's ever going to have any sort of value, but I mean, I think it's super cool. But so anyway, whenever we came back, you know, we celebrated Wyatt's 3rd birthday, and it just, man, they just missed the mark that night. You know, and granted, I was just a little agitated just because like we waited like 40 minutes. Like we were there before our check-in time and like they didn't get us seated till 40 minutes after our check-in time. Because I was thinking, I was like, all right, we're gonna be able to go and eat. We're gonna have plenty of time to you know, finish up here and go get a spot for fireworks. And it just didn't happen. You know, so I was like,
it takes up a lot of time. I don't think people realize.
Yeah, so I was bummed about that, and then the Beast just did the fly around also, you know, and it's Wyatt's birthday is while we're there, and so anyway, it was a rough experience, and then the lobster bisque was bad, and I paid the price for that later on also, and so it was just. It's like, man, like they're gonna have to win me back there. So change the prefix for sure. That's one of the restaurant that impacted me going from being able to pick what you want at the prefix.
We haven't been back to that one.
Yeah, I've heard they've changed their menu within the last couple of weeks, and it's supposedly gotten better.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Disney Food Blog regularly rakes them over the coals for changing a prefix, and really because when they opened their food was like right up there. It was good. And when they went to prefix, it just fell off really badly. So but anyway, lots
any other restaurants of note?
Actually, we just ate at Boma for the first time a couple of days
Great
ago.
decision.
Yeah.
Great decision.
That was good.
I'm a big Boma fan.
Jico there too.
Yeah, Jico's great.
Like Jico is a hidden gem.
I gotta try that.
It is a hidden gem, and it's beautiful in there.
Animal
I mean, it's
Kingdom
beautiful.
Lodge. All their food is good. They have the best quick service on property, I think. As far as the resorts go, Margaret, it's all really good. Yeah.
We're kind of foodies, so we're picky on food, but
I'm no expert. I just like good flavors.
We're no experts. We just play food critics on TV.
Well, and they have, the Disney has so many options on. I mean, think how many, how many restaurants there are on Disney property. You can't keep it. You can find something to eat.
Our goal is to try every single thing in Disney World. Although
Victoria and Albert's, I don't think we can afford that one.
do not for me.
Yeah.
Also, except I'm not. I'm really kind of upset about Cake Bake Shop because I was really looking forward to that until I saw that they were pricing it to
Those are house
billionaires. Like, okay, this is a little bit much, but I was like, it's beautiful.
Like, I paid the same price at Gico for this amazing artisan meal that they put together with like a main dish and a side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, not that it's not cake.
Or you could get a slice of cake.
Right. Yeah. I keep thinking this slice of cake should feed 4 people.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I can do with. I'll run over to Gideon's and get some cookies or whatever. But
well, they've already lowered the prices.
They have.
Before they open, so we'll see. Maybe they'll lower.
They have. There was so much sticker shock, and people were just like going, "What? You want $35 for a slice of cake? I don't think so."
Yeah.
So as you know, it's still a free market, y'all. You know, if you can't sell it, you're not going to stay in business very long.
That's right.
Yeah.
They'll adjust. They will adapt as the saying goes. But we probably need to wrap it up and let y'all.
This has been so fun. Thank you so much. What an honor for us to be on your show.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the honor's all ours. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been so fun.
I look forward to seeing y'all in December. I really
can't wait. That'll be awesome.
It's gonna be fun. Just do y'all have anything to share with our viewers, philosophy, just kind of, anything like that to share?
Do you want to go first? You want me to?
Sure.
Okay.
I would say if anybody who watches our channel, what we hope that they would take away from it is joy and faith. We want to help people smile. This world is really hard. And we just know that we couldn't have made it through this last year and so much of our lives without Jesus. It's just the truth. And I don't know how we could even continue going forward. And so while we're not going to, it's not our goal to push Jesus on anybody, because you got to know Jesus with you just got to know Jesus with your heart. But the one thing we want to do is do what he said, and that is love other people.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to love people in real life and then have that come across through the vlog. And so
it's what the world needs.
It is. The world is so hard. And so we just want to bring joy.
Yeah.
And that is what we think. It's just there. We want people to see the joy and the love. And once that's not possible anymore for any reason, then we just would find something else to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what we know, that this community comes together because of the joy that Walt brought. And we just don't want to lose that, because it's a blessing. It is a blessing. And so that's just me being honest. That's just,
it's true.
And I'd say something that I kind of learned throughout the years of entertainment, but it crosses over into this. And I think this is where you kind of see, the genuineness of people coming through. And that's what we always want with everything we do. Is I've thought about this a lot lately, and I kind of see it summed up in a way of like, take what you've been given and the people around you very seriously. Like, they matter. What you do matters, but don't take yourself too seriously, because that's one of those things, like, it can get to your head in many ways. You can either think you're not good enough, or you can think you're the very best. And then, that gets in your way. And I think it's just one of those things of, if you balance those two things and you realize that, this is a privilege and a blessing, no matter what you're doing, even if it seems small. It might not be small to somebody else who really needs it. Because I've been on that side of it. I went through really, really hard times even before this experience that we've had. And that was something that was a blessing in my life, because it was something I could turn to when life seemed really dark, and so that's just kind of how I approach it. It's just
and
thinking of
it's
that.
easier for us than to because we have memory issues with our disease,
Mhm.
some pretty significant memory issues, and it's pretty hard actually to go through life with that kind of
Yeah.
thing lingering. But this has allowed us to notice. We make an effort to notice every single person. And so if somebody, especially if they come to us and they talk to us or they comment to us or we notice everybody. It gets very hard to, I'm sure you guys know this, it's very hard to get back to everybody all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It can be overwhelming in a good way, but it can be overwhelming. But we notice, we read, we notice, we appreciate, we pray for people. And we don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
Because the community that has come alongside us has lifted us up. And we will never, ever, ever forget it.
Yeah.
Wonderful said. Yeah.
Very well said. And we couldn't agree more. It's something that, William and I, that is also a goal of ours, with our channel to try and just be encouraging, to bring some good news, to bring a smile, to get together with good friends and talk about things that make us happy. There's just a lot of negativity in the world, and it's easy. It's so easy to get bogged down in that. So it's a challenge every day to, hey Francisco, welcome.
Hey Francisco, welcome in.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys so much for coming on. Do you have just a couple more? Or do you have, what are your goals for your channel? Do you have any goals set, or are you just kind of moving along? And
I think that's just the goal. That just stays, that kind of drives everything. Like, it's how we make our plans. What makes us happy, so we can share that joy.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that God's going to do with the channel what God's going to do with the channel. That's the way we look at it.
Walking through the doors that open and trying to appreciate each one of them.
Yeah.
It's
wonderful. Let's see. Trying to think neat stuff y'all mentioned coming up. You said you got the opening day Epic Universe.
Yes.
I think this week starts our busiest that we've been. So like we're planning a few lives here and there. We do more vlogs, but but we had the goal 3 or 4 years ago to because our symptoms, we have probably over 40 symptoms with our disease. Some days we wake up and we can hardly walk, and so we have to work on that. But one of the goals for years was, if we could just walk a 5K, we want to do a Run Disney 5K. This Friday we are doing the Run Disney.
Awesome.
We're walking it.
Yeah.
But we are super, because we'll have to rest and stuff, and we have to sit down every 10 or 15 minutes. Now you can't sit there, but you can stop and take pictures with the characters. So it's going to be good for us,
Right. Yeah.
There's no balloon ladies, so we'll be okay. They're not going to push us out.
Yeah.
And so we are really praying that we can actually finish that 5K walk that we're trying to do, because that will be huge for us.
Yeah.
So this week starts some big things we've got coming up.
The next week, then we've
parties,
got the Christmas parties.
We've been to those several times, and we're going to be doing some Universal Christmas stuff.
Hopefully some Grinchmas stuff.
We plan to go to Celebration, Waltz Town, and go do some of their Christmas activities. It snows 4 times a night there, and so it's going to have all kinds of activities planned, and Celebration is just an amazing place. They left it just like he wanted it. Really, it's just like going back in time.
Oh wow.
We were over there today because I had a doctor appointment.
We went to Panera, and even that feels like, I said, it's like the town that time forgot.
Yeah,
it's like
so cool.
Back in time.
That's cool.
So we're going to be doing that, and we have a ton of stuff coming up in the next couple of months, and I'm really excited about it.
Good.
This is my favorite.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, be sure and subscribe. I will, as far, if you guys are on Instagram, obviously YouTube, Jonathan has dropped your link a couple times there. So you guys subscribe. If you don't know Emmy and Heather, by all means, subscribe to their channel because you won't be sorry. I love to follow y'all on Instagram and just, see what you're doing. It's just,
Thank you. We appreciate that.
You're
We follow you
too.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do for us, but it is so worth it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of rewards.
Meet people the people, like just meeting you all and meeting the community has I don't think we could put into words how meaningful it is to us to be able to be a part of a community that has so much joy.
Yeah. Well, we're glad y'all are here. We're glad you found us, and it's just it's really amazing. It really is. It's people from all over the country, all over the world, even.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan's Canadian. Jonathan's our favorite Canadian. We have people across the pond, who watch. I think one of our key demographics is Puerto Rico. But yeah, it's really amazing. It's been a blessing for us too. But it has, again, thank y'all so much for coming. You honor us by coming on and
thank you
for having us.
Thank you. It's been amazing.
Getting to know. Look forward to seeing you in December. I'm really excited about being there for a few days. I had to extend my trip by a day because Frontier changed. So, I said, okay, well, I'll just have to add a day. So I am.
There's another day after that, Dawn.
There is another day after that. And I've got to get home because I've got to do Christmas. Oh my goodness. I'm sure my granddaughters would be happy for me to just bring them to Disney for Christmas.
Just have Christmas at Disney.
There you go.
But again, thanks y'all. Keep in contact and
absolutely.
We'll keep following you and see you in the chats around. Was there anything else?
Back at you.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Was there anything else that y'all wanted to, say about anything upcoming or?
I think that's all I can remember.
I know. I was just getting ready to say. I'm not looking at my calendar.
What do I got over here? Let me check my cheat sheet.
Well, it's been a pleasure. It really has, y'all.
We agree.
Yeah,
it's been
Thanks for burning the midnight oil for us. We appreciate it.
It's 10 till midnight.
Oh my goodness!
I know. No, that's how much we've enjoyed it. I haven't.
I'm so glad because last I was looking. It was like 40 minutes ago. I was looking and thinking, okay, we're gonna get out of here by 10:30. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, we loved it. We loved talking.
Absolutely.
Just quickly, y'all, a little bit of channel news. Last week on Hitchhiker Chat, we did cover the brand new Disney offering, the Lightning Lane Premier Pass in detail. That was just announced last week, and we tried to cover as much detail as we could on the information that we had gotten. So, if you're interested in how that works, cost, etc., go watch last week's show, and we covered that. We also talked about updates for Universal's new park, Epic Universe, and they recently announced, of course, that's opening May the 22nd of 2025. So y'all can check out last week's Hitchhiker Chat for all those details. I also posted a relaxing short. We were talking about how much we love Animal Kingdom earlier. Nice relaxing short in Pandora. So check that out. And Halloween's coming in 2 days, y'all. So looking forward to that. If you are planning, a trip to Disney, we talked about, Disney at Christmas, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. If you're interested in planning a trip, now is the time to do it to avoid some of those price hikes that are coming later on in the year. Go ahead and call Jillian. My daughter-in-law is a Mickey Travels a travel agent, and she can take all the headache out of it for you. Her services are free, and she can get you those quotes and help you compare, packages and places to stay and get something that's just right for you. But by all means, give her a call. Her contact information is in the description of this video. So she'd love to help you out with that. Again, we have a lot coming up too. I'm going to do, I have planned to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas for their Christmas parade and some live streaming up there, maybe at Garvin Gardens. Also Jefferson, Texas, which is another really neat destination. People from all over the country come to Jefferson. It's a wonderful little town. Going to live stream their Christmas parade, and then I'll be at Disney. So we've got a lot of good things coming up on the channel. It's a wonderful time of year. Going to be a lot of entertainment to choose from. So, and we will be at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I really need to go ahead and get that.
Very Merry Christmas Party.
Very Merry Christmas Party. I'm still on Halloween, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on Halloween. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So we're going to be there, and so I'll try to get some of those thumbnails up, and we'll be again at Magical Night of Hope. Good stuff coming up. Thank you to our channel members. We appreciate you guys so much. Jason Thibodeau, Alex and Charlie Kennett, Mike Wheeler, Tina McNeil, Mike 88 NYC, Texas Takes, Pam's Fam, Jonathan Chung, and Kay Wilby. We appreciate you guys so much. What else, William?
Yeah, big shout out to our Ghostless moderators. Thanks for keeping the chat family friendly. Thanks everybody for being here. Those that are watching live, those that are watching in ghost mode, those that are watching on the replay. We appreciate all y'all. Shout out to Lisa, Keith, and Joey of It's Joey's World, the captains of our team replay. Again, thanks to everybody for being here. Mandy Adams, if I missed you, I apologize. Do the best I can to take down names as we're talking and everything. So if I missed you, I apologize. Let me know, and I'll thank you properly for being here. But Mandy Adams, as many times first in our chat. Thanks for that, Mandy. Jonathan Chung, T. McNeil, I Heart Disney, which are big friends of the AdventureLeighs here. Thanks for being here. I Heart Disney. Yeah. Julie McCowan, Jason Thibodeau, Dapper Vanta Crew, Dean the Turkey Legster, Jennifer Caruso, Brian Eisenhart, AJC Magic TV, Hatbox Ghost, Monorail Molly, Elizabeth M, Najuma Brown, Griswold Family Vacate, Julio, Dizzard Dream, I Am Doom, P. Big Devitt Show, Backyard Science, and Francisco. Again, if I missed you, I apologize. And of course, our guest of honor, the AdventureLeighs. So, but yeah, appreciate everybody being here. Lots of fun talking. Again, thanks for staying up. For us, it's just been a blast talking with y'all. Hopefully we can have y'all back on again at some point. Because I'd love to, talk about other random stuff. But anyway, we could talk parks all night. Disney, Universal, so on and so forth. So we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
we appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
thanks so much. Thanks for coming on, and we'll have you back again. And maybe after the holidays when you're not so busy. But
yeah,
we'd love to have you back on.
That'd be awesome.
Talk a little bit more. So
we'll be thinking about y'all on Friday with the 5K. So very excited for you.
Yes, good luck.
We're gonna go. We're gonna Thursday before the last Mickey's Not So Scary party. That's a long one. We're going to be at Magic Kingdom going live. We're going to grab one of the umbrella tables and watch the costume character. The party goers. That's so fun. We had so many people who loved that last time. We're going to do that again because we're like, what can we do that's relaxing before we have to get up at 3:30 or 4 a.m.?
That's a great idea. That's a great
idea. We're going to do that.
Okay, subscribe, everybody. By all means, subscribe. AdventureLeighs, fantastic channel, fantastic ladies, and we appreciate you being here.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, it has. Thanks for joining us, y'all.
Absolutely.
Is that it, William?
Yeah, I think so. Hope you all have a great week. Again, thanks to Heather and Emmy for being here tonight with us.
Yeah. Have a great Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody have fun, be safe, careful out there.
Enjoy those spoons. And go vote, y'all.
Yeah, that too.
Please, by all means. Everybody needs to get out and vote. Go vote. We have an amazing opportunity to exercise our freedom in this country. And we are so thankful for that. Jeff and I went and voted today.
Yeah, we voted already too.
Yeah, we did too.
Yes. We
Nice.
went and voted today.
I need to take care of that.
There you go. But by all means, go vote, guys. Exercise your freedom to do that. There are so many people around the world who would love to be able to do that, and we're blessed to be able to do it. So go vote, absolutely, and have a fantastic week.
Yeah. Have a happy early Halloween, everybody. Happy belated birthday to you, and happy birthday to Adam here in about an hour and 4 minutes or so. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Happy birthday, Adam.
Yeah. So hope you all have a great week. Thanks for being here. Looking forward to seeing the results of y'all's 5K on Friday. That's what I say. It's a fun week. I hope the people watching, the costume watching, is a good time too. Should be. There's always really creative stuff.
Yes.
I saw somebody. It made me laugh really hard the other day in one of my Facebook groups. Somebody went as 4 friends, and they went as the 3 caballeros, and then they had the 4th person was dressed, had a sombrero on, and was wearing a bunch of leaves, and they were Plant Donald. From where they were refurbishing Donald from the 3 caballeros, where they just put out a plant with a sombrero on it.
Oh, that's great.
And I laughed so hard because I immediately knew what it was, and it cracked me up.
I think guest gave him the name Planty, the potted plant.
That
one deserves
that's great.
Yeah.
Pretty clever.
That's great.
Hopefully I'll see some fun ones then.
Yeah.
At the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there is always room for one more. So please hurry back.
Bye, everybody. Check out the AdventureLeighs.
Everybody. Good night. Thanks again, y'all.
Thank you.